Good morning, everyone. Today is May the 7th, 2021. This is StockCast, your pre-market show. My name is James Mason. With me is Todd Derby. Todd, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well, James. How are you doing?
I am doing well. So, no news again. No surprise there. But other than that,
well, you know the rule.
Keep this going, baby. We will make this up as we go.
If there's no news, you have to hit the like button and subscribe.
Yeah, you still have to hit that like button and subscribe.
Yep.
If there's no news, we'll just make up news.
If you recruit a friend to push the like button also, then it'll only be a matter of time before we get news.
Exactly. Like the faster you hit the like button, the faster we get news in the market, especially for ticker POAI.
Oh, what's that? Let me write that down. POAI. All right. Is that a goodbye?
You probably haven't heard of it. I don't know, but I'm telling you, watch out. Watch out.
I'm gonna do a search. I'm gonna do a search. POAI with rocket ships to the moon.
Oh, diamond eggplants. That's the appropriate way to say it.
Tommy has a good idea. Maybe we should be giving out like one share of POAI to our membership, our new members when they sign up. We can help lock down that float.
Or we can just own it ourselves and capitalize on it.
Yeah, that's why you're the boss, man.
All right, everyone. So currently pre-market, the Dow futures are up 96 points, S&P 500 up 9 points, and it is Friday. So yeah, Fridays kind of suck. You never know what you're going to get. So I'm kind of just expecting it to be slightly bullish today, which probably means we'll probably see negative 200 all for Dow futures, and then it will go up positive 400. Who knows? That's pretty standard. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Since I already have my chart up, it's supposed to be a surprise. Not that there was anything important about it, but all right. Ticker AXDX. Let's look at this bad boy on the daily chart to start off with. So last update for short interest, 8.8 million shares being shorted, almost 32% of the float. Days to cover, 15.4. Shares outstanding, 62.6 million shares. The float, 27.8 million shares. So the market makers got a little greedy here, and they have been just loading into this, trying to short it. And they have. I mean, you can see how much it just pulled back over the last few weeks. But we are coming to a point where they're going to have to start. Well, they don't have to start covering, but from a technical analysis standpoint, they would have to start covering. So if I want to actually look for a breakout point right here, where we have this value drawn at $8.45. Currently at pre-market, we are sitting at $7.83. So this little dashed line, you can barely see it right there. But we need to see it get above $8.45 so we can see that shift in that momentum and turn it back into a bullish, turn it back into a trade that we can jump in and get this little bullish wave that technically should set up above 8.45. So you can just look at that line and kind of see how it performs once it breaks down and breaks above it. And that's why I want to see it break back above it again. Now my target price on this, and I'm sure they have a ton of catalysts. There's a lot of news for it. It's worth digging into. But let's see, my target price If they could drop just a great catalyst at the same time, all these guys need to cover, it'd just be perfect. All right, so my target price will be, okay, so they beat earnings. That's good. All right, so my target price selling zone will be between $12 and $14.59. And this is going to be a swing trade. So I'm looking for entry above 845. And I kind of expect it to chop around in this area. It probably will get rejected somewhere around this $12 range at first. So if it does hit 12, I'll definitely consider taking my profits right up in there. Or if it starts getting some resistance around 12 or in that $11 range, I'll absolutely take profit. But I kind of expected to get rejected on this first little run up here and then pull back and then possibly come back up with the second wave and make that full run, hopefully at least. So this is ticker AXDX.
All right.
So the next one, buy request, ticker ACST. Last update for short interest, 3 million shares being shorted, almost 1.7% on the float. So not too much there. Shares outstanding, 200 million. The float, 179 point, we'll round down, 179.1 million shares for the float. So we're a little bulky on the share structure, but we do have some bullish movement in this thing this morning. So let's look at it on the 5-minute chart. Pre-market, we hit a high of 59 cents, and you can see the fraction over to the right side. So 0.5928 or 22, somewhere in there. And we will obviously need to see it get above that to have any chance. But looking at the daily chart, I went ahead and charted this one out as well. We need to really see it get above 62 cents to see that change in direction. If we can get above 62 cents, which really, this company, to stay compliant, they're gonna need to do something. They're gonna need to pull something out of their backside, drop a catalyst or something to get back above $1. If they don't, they're gonna get that notice to be delisted, and then they'll probably have 180 days to unscrew themselves. So the first goal for this company will be get it back above $1 and stay there. And then the second goal will be to drop catalysts. And actually, that could be flipped. They could just drop catalysts and get it back above $1.
They have to also, they don't have to get above $1. They have to hold it above $1 they have to have $1 average over a period of time. So it's not like they can spike it and then they can check that box.
Exactly. So let's see, under $1. They've definitely been under $1 for more than 30 days. So they need to do something, which they're going to. We ain't talking OTC companies. We're talking legitimate companies here who are trading on the NASDAQ. And in order for them to retain access to their investors, they have to stay compliant. So they're going to do whatever they can, however they have to do it. They'll sacrifice someone's life, literally, to get back above $1 at some point in the future. They just have no choice. And this is ticker ACST. And again, we need to see it get back above 62 cents. for an entry or for it to look promising. And looking at the chart, my first target price would be $1.22. My second target price would be right at 172, but more than likely it's going to come up here, kind of like AXDX, where I said it will probably make that push up, come up here, get rejected, and pull back and make a secondary run later on. That's what I'm kind of expecting here as well. So if it would approach and get back above $1, and especially if it started moving up to a 122, I do expect it to get rejected in that range, and that's where I would definitely look to take profits at.
George asked the question, when they get the notice to be delisted, is that made public? The answer is yes. That's that information is all available.
So good morning, everybody who is just tuning in. Let's see.
It's been a request to look at ticker IBIO. I think it's making a little move this morning.
All right, ticker IBIO. Last update on short interest, 13.5 million shares being shorted, 6.3% of the float, and days to cover just 1 day. Shares outstanding, 216 million. The float, 215.4 million shares. So a little bulky there. See, this ticker has a ton of filings. So I'm not sure exactly what catalyst they have in the pipeline. All right, so we can see this 50-cent pre-market gap up right now. Closed out yesterday at $1.38. We're currently up $1.83. And looking at the 5-minute chart, yesterday after hours, this will be one worth watching in my opinion. Let me draw a line here. I just want to say it would be worth watching in my opinion is that strong pre-market run. So looking for the break above $2.20. And honestly, I wouldn't press my luck. With there being so many shares on the market, it's just going to take so much more to move this. And the next time we break above 220, if it ran up to 285, that's where I would just decide to sell personally. I wouldn't even try to stress trying to chase this up here. Excuse me. But this is ticker IBIO. So at least we do have that shift in bullish momentum, but at the same time, there's a ton of shares out here. This thing is already gapped up a decent amount, and I'm just looking at the news again. I'm seeing just like one report pertaining to like a COVID-19 vaccine, but I'm not sure exactly what it's saying. I haven't looked into it. So that news really, I don't know, that news may not be that significant since we're not pushing up hardcore pre-market already. But nonetheless, we have a lot of people who have jumped in here after hours yesterday out of FOMO, and there's a good chance that they'll probably hold it up while new investors jump in and help push it up. And again, let's see if we can break above that 220 range and take it up to 285 and then bail out of that thing. Let everyone else hold bags. That is what I see for ticker IBIO.
Another ticker request, ICPT. India Charlie Peter Thomas.
All right, ticker ICPT. Last update, short interest, 7.5 million shares being shorted. Percent of the float, 26.7%. Days of cover, 7. Shares outstanding, 33.1 million. The float, 28.1 million. So I like this share structure and that short interest. It's pretty nice. See, looking at our news. They have quite a few different filings already. Not sure exactly what they have catalyst-wise in the pipeline. So that's going to take some digging right there. But looking at the daily chart, stand by one moment. So at least they beat on earnings. So that's a good start. Oh wow! So we're literally down to their all-time lows from when they first IPO'd. All right. So to be realistic here, let me adjust this really quick. To be realistic, we need to see this get back above 21.52. I understand that currently at pre-market we're at $17, so we are quite a few points away from that on this daily chart. But man, this thing, if it would decide to keep going down, there's a lot of room to keep going down, and you don't want to get top heavy in this. So we need to start seeing a shift here in momentum and get this price back above 21.52. Above 21.52, that's the beginning range for when I could even consider getting bullish on this. So if we got back above 21.52, the next resistance will be 25.42, and if we broke above 25.42, and then the next resistance above that would be around 30.63, somewhere in there. Now, whenever this thing decides to get out of this little bearish momentum shift right here, as you can see, that green line, that 200 EMA line, I don't expect it quite yet to make a push up above it, kind of like back in here. But I do expect it to kind of just bounce, come up here and get rejected underneath it, come back down, and later on in the future, which, I mean, we're talking way off, months off, as that 200 EMA gets closer and just kind of converges with that 9 EMA. So the two lines coming closer and just kind of running parallel. That's what I would like to see for a stronger breakout then. But hopefully the person who requested this one, hopefully you're not upside down. This one could take a while and it might be a little painful. So that is ticker ICPT. Let's see, just going through the comments really quick.
There's not a whole lot more there.
All right, that is all I see so far. Hold on one second. All right. So, yeah, that's all I have for today. I was just checking some of the news real quick, see if we had anything else. But yeah. So, all right, guys. Today is Friday. You gotta trade safe. You gotta keep moving them stop losses up to keep that profit. Keep that in mind. That is the most important thing you can do. Other than that, y'all take care. Have a great and safe weekend. And Todd, I'll let you close it out for this Friday. Give us words of wisdom.
What do you want me to say?
Words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom. Be smart. Be safe. Happy trading. It's the end of the first week of May. And enjoy your weekend. See you Monday morning.
All right, everyone, take care. And we will catch y'all later.